Hi everyone, welcome back to Behind the Scenes of Health with Dr. Ron. If you're new here, my name is Ronald and I talk about everything healthcare. I talk about alternative careers. I talk to healthcare professionals who are doing great stuff, behind the scenes in healthcare. If that's the kind of thing you're looking out for, please hit the subscribe button, and thank you guys for returning viewers and subscribers for sticking around to the channel. So on today's episode, I'll be talking about the world of information governance. So information governance is one of those careers you might be willing to explore if you're somebody looking for where to transfer your skills in the healthcare space. And this is not just for doctors. I'm talking for doctors, I'm talking for nurses, pharmacists, med lab, everybody in the healthcare space. You can actually become somebody that works in the IG or information governance space. So I'll be talking about how you can make this exciting shift. I'll talk about the fundamental principles. I'll talk about the career progression and other job opportunities that lie within information governance space. Now you might want to ask, what is information governance? I mean, a lot of people are shortly called IG. So basically, it involves the management of data in a secure, compliant, and very efficient manner. So you're also trying to ensure that information is accessible, accurate, and protected while adhering to regulatory and legal requirements. Now, you hear things like the Data Protection Act, you hear things like the GDPR. In Nigeria, the other laws around data privacy and all of that. So basically, this is what information governance is. And looking at background in medicine and healthcare, you can begin to see the relationship between what we do and what the IG guys do. Now, there's an increasing demand for data privacy and security. These days we're talking about security breaches, you're talking about hacking of information. There is increased collection of data from so many data points, especially in the healthcare space. So somebody has to make sure that this information, they are secure, protected, the right level of access by whatever cadre of staff is implemented. And when there are data breaches, somebody reports that to wherever needs to be reported. So that's why we are needing a lot of IG professionals these days, right? So your day-to-day activity in the IG space, we typically revolve around developing policies. So implementing policies to ensure data is secure, data is protected, there is a compliance to the bigger rules and regulations, and you also be responsible in part for creating the frameworks that guide the use of data, storage of data, disposal of data, while also putting plans in place for when the data breach occurs, what happens, or you lose data or privacy violation. So those are the things you get to do in your day-to-day activities. So for you to excel exceptionally in the IG space, you need a couple of skill sets, which again, I think from the healthcare space, you've developed and honed a lot of them to bring them into the information governance space. So now we're talking about strong analytical skills. Very, very, very important, because you're going to be reading a lot of documents, you're going to be analyzing a lot of things. So that skill set comes into play. Attention to detail, solid understanding of data security and privacy regulation. So for example, in the UK, you have the GDPR, you have the DPA, you have the Caldecott principle. So you have to be exceptionally, versed in these regulations, or wherever you're working, if it's in Nigeria, if it's in the US, if it's in Canada, New Zealand, wherever it is, you have to be very conversant with the rules and regulations around those places really. Then in addition to this, you talk about excellent communication skills, because you're going to be working with a lot of team members really, collaboration skills, project management skills, because you'll be managing people, so that you can effectively implement these governance strategies in whatever organization you work. Then in terms of certifications, yes, you absolutely need some certifications to bolster your credentials, because for example, if I'm a doctor and I'm moving into the IG space, my MBBS or MD is usually not enough. So you want to consider certifications like the Certified Information Privacy Professionals, that's the CIPP. So there's the CIPPE, or you have the Certified Information Systems Security Professional, that's the CISSP. So these are very two key certifications that you can take to boost yourself, though there are other ones out there, but they generally just demonstrate your expertise and credibility in information governance and data security. Now you might wonder, okay, I've moved into IG, or I'm trying to move into IG. What are the career opportunities that lie within that space for me? A lot of them, Sometimes I just feel there are a lot of careers to talk about outside clinical medicine that we can never really exhaust them, but we'll just keep taking them one day at a time. So if you're information governance, there are a lot of opportunities for growth and development. So with experience, with project skills, or a good number of things under your belt, you can become an information governance manager. So you could probably start as an information governance officer, then you can progress to an information governance manager, then you can become a chief information officer, CIO. That's like top management, those ones, that pay them very well. You can even become a chief data officer, right? So these are like 3 different senior roles that you can progress into with very good compensation and work-life balance too that comes with it. Then additionally, if you're the business oriented type, you can get into consulting. You can even start your own business, or take leadership positions in maybe data management department, database. I mean, that's conversation for another day, really. So these are the opportunities that exist for you. In terms of salary outlook, it's not bad to like the previous ones I've talked about. So again, your salary is largely tied to the years of experience, to your certifications that you have, the location where you work or practice, right? So what you're going to earn in Nigeria is different from what you're going to earn in the UK or in the US or in Canada. So in the UK, for example, on the average, you should be looking at 40,000 to 60,000 annually. So this could be higher, like I said, depending on years of experience and whatever skill sets or you've got in the industry. In the US, you should be looking at 80 to 120 USD per annum, while in Nigeria, typically looking at 5 million, 8 million, 10 million per annum, depending again on the organization where you work and the level of experience. So for example, if I'm working in Google, you don't expect me to earn the same amount of money than somebody who's probably working in a startup or something. So you just have to bear that in mind, right? So yeah, that's it for information governance. I just wanted to make this short and sweet for you guys. So I hope I've provided you valuable insights as to, yes, this is another key area you can get into if you're looking for something else to do outside the hospital. That's what I talk about all the time. So don't forget to subscribe for more informative content, and I wish you the best in your transition journey. Maybe there is a career option or opportunity that you're thinking about, you can drop it in the comment section and I'll probably do a video about it, and maybe just get somebody to come and talk about the experience in that space. So that's something we're really working hard on to get started this second season on the channel. So until I see you in the next episode, I still remain your host, Dr. Ron, and bye for now.